She weighs more than you, huh?
She does. I'm like 100, 110.
Yeah,
she's
like
130.
130.
Yeah.
Do people flip out when they see you walking her? They ask you,
Yeah,
huh?
all
They're
the
like,
time.
what? They're like, whoa, like
Yeah.
this is
My favorite.
because it's unexpected.
Yeah, it's always my favorite. Well, my two favorites are when guys are like, "Oh, nobody's messing with you," you know.
The only women I see with cane corsos are like Butch Dykes.
Yeah.
Like right? Like I've never seen like a petite,
tiny
feminine
little
girl with a cane corso. Yeah. You never see that. You never.
It's every time I'm like, oh, I have a dog. You want to see a photo? And I show a photo. You're like, whoa! I thought you were gonna have like a tiny little. I'm like
a Shih Tzu or like a Chihuahua. Of course.
Exactly. I'm like my personality though. I love it. I'm like obsessed.
It's kind of like I saw a big black guy walk into your building like ripped up, and he had like a little Boston Terrier that he was holding. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm like the reverse.
He had like a little ball. I was like, what in the world?
It's just I love it.
Funny. I think it's so unexpected.
Right. I think like big, strong guys with like tiny dogs, and you're like, oh, they got a soft side, you know?
Of course.
And I feel like for me, it's like, you know, I'm this tiny, cute girl, but I've got this giant dog, and it's like, oh, I don't want to mess with her.
Yeah, and you're a badass. Yeah. You climb poles.
Exactly.
You're like Spider Woman. Like
that's why I'm like, this dog is perfect for me. Like she's like my personality embodied in a dog, you know?
She is. Where did you get her?
So my godbrother actually he got her to be like a truck dog because he was, you know, but he got her as a puppy.
Right.
So she was like tearing up the wires and everything. And he was like, oh, I can't have this dog. Right. He knew I wanted one.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know, do you want this dog? And my parents were so upset. They were like, do not give her that dog. Like,
why do you think your parents were so? Because they didn't think that she was a good match.
They were like, she's gonna be so big, Alyssa. Like, you can't afford this. You can't handle this. And at the time, though, I was married, so I got her with my ex.
Yeah.
But you know, this dog has like saved my life so many times.
Was there split custody after the divorce?
Thankfully.
Okay. So he knew. He's like, I'm not gonna be able to see this kid again. This is Alyssa's dog.
I think he was just dumb. I think he didn't have because even with the divorce, I told him, I was like, you know, oh, we got married so young, like we'll get back together one day, knowing that we wouldn't, but just wanting him to
like go away.
Yeah. So I think he was like, and I'd been so loyal to him for 7 years. So he was like, oh, okay, of course she's gonna come back when I'm ready and I can just go have fun right now. But then like I just took her and I dipped out.
Good.
And we were
good.
Blocked him on everything. Good. Yeah.
But he's still around.
He's still. I once a year he finds me on some platform. Somehow.
And he says hi and he says
leaves some long comment. So I got one from him on my YouTube channel this year, and you can't block people on YouTube, which blows my mind. Yeah. So I commented back to him. I commented on one of his videos and was like, you need to stop. You need to understand. I do not want to ever speak to you ever again. Yeah. And if you keep on messaging me, I'm going to report your account.
Yeah.
So
his ego can't handle it. It's the ego. He can't accept that anyone would say no to him.
Yeah.
It's very narcissistic.
He was definitely narcissistic.
Very narcissistic. That's very narcissistic behavior, like not being able to accept.
Yeah. And it's been, man.
But he's still holding on to that ego. He's still like, I can't believe that. I can't believe that she told me no. Like, no one's allowed to tell me no.
It's so wild. So, are you? Well, okay. First, let's go ahead and introduce yourself.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Oh, we're rolling.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hi.
Surprise!
No idea.
Yeah. So, who are you? What do you do?
I wanted to ask you also. Do you want me to speak to camera or speak to you?
For introducing yourself, you can speak to the camera,
and then
but
back to you.
Okay, unless you have something. Every once in a while, someone will be like, "You need to hear this."
Perfect. Okay. So my real legal name is Jennifer. That is like my real name.
I didn't even know that.
Right? My burlesque name is Miso, like miso soup, and I go by Miso Pretty.
I love that.
So that is me.
I think that when I first heard your name, I was like, that is so clever.
Isn't it so funny.
It's so great.
I didn't name myself.
Okay.
I used to dance at a place in Venice called Townhouse.
Oh.
And the producer there had a perfume called Me So Pretty. And so it was like really, it was a gorgeous looking perfume. And she just thought that was like the coolest name. And so she named me that. And it just kind of stuck.
It's so cute.
I mean, this was like 18 years ago, and it just kind of stuck, and I just kind of kept it.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
It's funny. It's really funny.
It's so perfect. Like, it's so
hilarious.
clever. Like,
it is hilarious. But burlesque names are funny.
Yeah.
They're all hilarious. But you know what's really cool, Alyssa, is that now when I meet someone who has their name as their burlesque name, I think that's clever. Like Alyssa.
Yeah.
Like, to me, when and I've noticed there's a few now that use a real name. Yeah. And to me, I'm like, wow, that is mind blowing.
Really?
To use your real name.
Yeah.
Nobody does it.
It's true.
There's only a couple that do it.
Yeah. That is true.
And not just but like actors, like when I meet someone who uses their real legal name, I'm like, dang, that's dope. That's the shit. Like isn't that crazy?
It is.
You're
one
of the only one.
Yeah, that is true. And it's like my full legal name too.
Well, I'm not just talking about like in dance, but like acting. Yeah, you know, whatever, stunts. So like whatever, like pole. Like I'm just like, dude, she uses her real fucking name.
Yeah.
But that's badass.
Thank you.
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
I only know a couple others that do.
Right. Yeah. It was kind of a risk, honestly.
But why change it? If it's so
and I feel like it has. The funny thing is, I didn't like my name as a kid.
It's the best,
but it's got such a cute ring to it.
The best.
So I'm so happy I stuck with it.
It is girl.
Thank you.
Same with actors. I don't meet a lot of actors that use their real name.
It's true. Yeah. Well, and that's why, because when I started with the doll-faced names, and I remember creating my burlesque name and having a moment. It was during my divorce, and I had a moment where I was like, should I change my legal name, and should I actually make it this? And then, I was not talking to my family at the time. Yeah. And I all of a sudden had this pride in my name, and I was like, but this is who I am. Like, so glad the trauma and all of it together.
I'm so glad you kept it.
I am too. It was like a pride of like, this is my identity. And especially, we talk about this a lot. Yeah. The Asian, keeping the fact that my name is very Asian.
Yeah. And I love it. I love that you kept it.
Yeah, I'm really, really
and
glad
you use it in all of your forms of artistry.
Yeah. I used to change it, and I was like, you know what though? Then like my modeling won't connect to my burlesque. Like I'll be all these different people, and I just want them to know this is all me.
Yeah, and some performers have a different name for their acting. Right. Have a different name for their singing. Have a different name for their dancing.
Like 5 different names.
And that's why I'm so glad you kept it.
Yeah.
It's just who you are.
Yeah. That's what I realized one day.
I want to predict that it's going to be a trend in our industry. I'm predicting this.
Okay, I like that.
That over the next few years, people are kind of gonna stop doing what they're doing with the different names and just kind of embrace.
Yeah.
It's just prediction.
I like it.
Let's see what happens in the next decade.
There's a lot of power in a name too.
There is
so much power.
There is, but I feel like if people see more performers like you who are just kind of like embracing it and using it, and I see a shift.
I like it.
Thanks to you and a couple of others that I know. I see a shift.
Yeah. Well, I think too, this is what I've noticed. I think the idea of having another name is kind of this like protection barrier of like,
of course,
especially because with our career,
of course,
we do get a lot of criticism too.
So much.
But there is a power in being like, this is what I do.
Absolutely.
This is who I am. This is what I do.
Absolutely. And eventually I've noticed that eventually the truth comes out.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to hide your identity with a fake name, or eventually people
sooner or later
find you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so true. That was something that I realized. I was like, you know what? Like you said, the chances of this being discovered is going to happen one day or another.
Eventually.
It does. So it's like you just have to claim what you do and be like, I did that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm proud of it.
Even if it's years later, like
Yeah,
it does.
for sure.
So my son is now 12 and he has found me on social media.
Oh,
And
wow.
kids are smart these days.
Yeah,
They
they
find
are.
people. And it didn't
Definitely.
really matter that I had like a big name. Like people
Yeah. Yeah, you
find
can't change your
you.
face.
People find you and
It's
that's
true.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. Like you embrace who you are, you know? And I think it's like you said, I think a lot of culture's changing too, where a lot of like I don't know, people still try to shame you out of doing
All the
things,
time.
but
All the
yeah, people are
time.
getting bolder and stronger
All
though.
the time, girl.
Oh my
All
God.
the time.
Yeah.
But I also think that like women get a lot of judgment,
Yes,
not just
absolutely.
and a lot from other women,
Absolutely.
which really kind of baffles me
It's such a bummer.
a little bit
Yeah.
because we are kind of like it's kind of like a man's world, and if we don't stick
Absolutely.
together, we're gonna get trampled on and beaten
Yeah.
down, and to get judgment from so many other women, that's tough.
It's
That's hurtful.
the most hurtful comments I got when I started my career were all from women, older women who knew me as a kid.
Okay, that's
It
messed
was it broke my
up.
heart. Like
But was this in person or was this online? Or
they
both?
sent the messages online. Yeah. And so of course, paragraph after paragraph, and it was like, okay, it's actually funny because one of them
That's
is my
awful.
aunt, but then it's funny
That's
too
awful.
because my other two aunts
Yeah.
love, like my
Well,
mom
that's
doesn't
the
even,
yeah. Some women will be so for it and so supportive, and then it goes the other way
yeah,
where some will be
yeah.
like, "I'm ashamed."
I'm
Like
pretty sure like
you'd
one
be
of my
so
aunt follows the
shameful.
podcast.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
funny. Such a wide array.
it's amazing.
Yeah,
So
I get that too from like fellow moms. Like some are like really into it. They're
yeah,
like so supportive. They'll like come to
right?
shows, and I know others that are just they can't handle it. They're
Yeah,
just like, wow, this is like so shameful. I don't
yeah,
want my kid to play with your kid. Like
yeah.
it
It's
goes both ways. It's
crazy.
really
It's
crazy.
so
It
wild.
is really, really crazy.
Mm.
But all I can do is just kind of surround myself with the ones who are supportive.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really all you can do.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, and
Yeah.
I had a thought because obviously,
So funny.
hey, we don't need your
She hears something,
input.
right? She
Yeah.
hears something
I think
outside.
another dog barks somewhere.
Yeah.
I always like my editor's like, do you want me to cut that out? And I was like,
No, it's actually kind of funny.
I kind of like that she has a debut in each episode, and I'm like,
And she walks
whatever.
by and
Yeah,
stuff. I think it's so cute.
just like out of the blue, like this monster
I
head going
know,
by.
just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like,
She
that a
always
horse?
has to make
Like,
sure.
what is that? So, you have a horse?
Right?
Hi,
She's
sweetie.
so ridiculous.
She's so cute.
Okay.
Ah!
Yeah, yeah. She's a talker.
What
She's like,
was
let me
that?
put my input in.
Oh my
Girl, are
god!
you for real right
Oh my
now?
god, she knocks over your furniture, huh?
Yeah.
Like
She's
the table and
she's
stuff.
like, whatever, I'm coming
God,
through.
you're so funny. She's
Oh my
so
god.
funny.
Yeah, she little whale noises. It's ridiculous.
You're so
She's like,
funny.
I'm a woman too. Let me
Oh
get
my
my input
god,
on.
she's so funny. Oh my
You good?
goodness.
You're getting your love.
She's so funny. I was going to say something else. Also, being Asian.
Yes.
Like my family, they don't know what I do.
Really?
No, because they don't.
Oh.
I think my mom knows a little bit.
Okay.
But they don't really understand like what it is.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
see.
Like in their mind, it's like, oh, she's a stripper, which is great. No offense to strippers. I wish
Love
I was a
strippers,
stripper.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
no offense, they make way better money than the rest of us.
They do. They do.
So I think culturally, I've just accepted that they won't understand.
Yeah.
And I've accepted that, and I
Okay.
just kind of like leave it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's because they really won't understand. the concept.
Yeah. It's funny because like my parents, we had stopped talking for 6 years. And when
because of your choice to become an artist?
Yes. I mean, it was kind of a combination of things. That was like the tipping point, and that was when I was like, all right, I'm going, When they came back into my life though, they just wanted their daughter back.
Of course,
So,
because they realize it's not worth it.
No, it's not.
Not
You
worth
can't
it.
control your kid. You can't control who they become.
No.
But it's really cool because they now know everything.
Good.
They know it all, and it's interesting because my dad.
Your dad's Chinese.
My dad's Chinese.
Okay, your mom's white.
Yes.
Okay.
He was getting a lot of hate
from other parents.
From Twitter, because he's on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking.
And they're
some kind of conspiracy.
Basically telling him to like love your daughter, accept your daughter.
They were coming at him because they don't like what he's saying.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Well, look at your daughter," and they like got my
they
like
used
OnlyFans.
It. Yeah,
link,
they used it against him. They used it against him.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, you know, Dad, the cleanest thing, because you know I've accepted the hate that I've gotten, but I don't want it to affect my family.
But it's weird because you're not like
I'm not a porn star.
Well, and no offense to porn stars. Like I wish I was a porn star. But it's like the way some of these people think we are.
Yeah.
Like you would think that they thought that we were like pedophiles, drug dealers.
Right? It's crazy.
Like embezzling money. Like the way that they like talk about us or the way they see us.
Yeah.
You would think that we were giving cocaine to kids.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is actually what we do is really tame.
Yeah.
Which is so ironic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I tell people all the time,
what we do is really tame, really.
Yeah. A majority of our audience is middle-aged couples.
Couples, women, and a lot of the stuff we do, some of it's really funny.
Yeah. Well, and burlesque was born out of comedy.
Yeah, like that's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
And like even the sexy stuff we do is actually really tame.
It's very mellow.
And I kind of want to be like, have you been to a fetish club? Like, have you been to like...
Well, and a lot of people don't even know that exists.
Yeah, and I'm like, have you been to a swingers event?
Right.
Like, this is what we do is actually really...
It's very mellow. And yeah, people are always surprised when they
like a PG-13 movie. Like, really what we do is not... But people look at the pictures and they assume in their mind...
Yeah.
Or they see like a clip of a video and they assume in their mind what they think we are doing.
Yeah, it's so true. Well, that's like some of the comments I've gotten on here are like, oh, well, what do you expect when you're a porn star? And again, love porn stars, but also nowhere near what we're doing. It's a very different, very different.
I mean,
like I don't even talk to the audience members. Like I'm literally backstage, do the act, go backstage again.
Gosh.
Wild. Isn't that crazy?
But that's what people think we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had moms say to me, they're like, oh, so are these gentlemen only clubs that you perform at? Like they really are really clueless. They really don't know. Or they're like, your husband is okay with this. I'm like, he used to come to every show. Like up until we had a kid. Like he was, are you kidding me? I was doing this before I married him. Like, and he knew that like, if I there's no way I would ever marry someone or be in a relationship with somebody who wasn't okay with our artistry.
Definitely. Well, and you know what's so funny is when I started burlesque, the type of guys I was seeing would always be like, oh, like, I can't date you because...
Some of them are like that.
Yeah.
Some of them are like that. I met a couple too that were like that before I got married. Yeah. It's weird, right?
It's so weird.
But I don't know if it's because of their conservative background or their insecurity.
I think that's a lot of what it is.
Because
they told me that's what it is.
Because the secure man would be proud.
Yeah, exactly. And which I've realized later. And you know what's funny? I've had a lot of those guys come back 5 years later, and now they're obsessed with me and they want to date me, make them me their girlfriend. Yeah. And they don't care at all because now they understand.
Now they understand what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, a real, honest, secure guy, like, my husband will be like, oh my God, she's performing tonight. Like, yes, like,
that's how.
But an insecure guy would be like, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Or they have assumptions.
And that's what's always crazy is they're always like, I can't date you because you do this. They've never been to a show.
Because they don't know.
Yeah.
They're just making assumptions. They're making assumptions. Yeah. And I think it's out of their insecurity.
Absolutely.
You know, because in their mind, oh, she's probably dating Hugh Hefner, like millionaires. You know what I mean? Like, I can't compete with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, no, it's not like that at all. We make like peanuts.
Yeah. Well, and even like, you know, I don't know about you, but I guess like being in the modeling world, I have met a lot of men with money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just am like,
a lot of them feel really entitled too. They think that
not
because
my cup of tea.
Yeah, or they think because she's a model, she's an actress, she's broke, she needs the money, she'll do whatever, she'll be impressed with me.
Yeah.
And you know what? Some of those girls are.
So some are. that is what
especially
they want.
like the younger ones.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
I feel like though, like I feel like in the modeling world, you have a lot of girls like that, but I feel like in the burlesque world, you don't.
Why do you think in the modeling world there's a lot of girls like that?
I think modeling is very based on superficiality, obviously.
The facade
so
and
yeah,
all that.
usually like I mean, I have friends who will get like their lips done or their tits done, and
They
they're
probably
still
feel
very
like have to. People probably feel like they have to get work.
it does help,
I know.
but it's usually the girls who like go way full blown, like everything done. Those ones are usually the ones I think who kind of go more for guys with money, is what I've noticed.
Do they think they look good when they have like because I've always like sometimes I look at before and after pictures and sometimes I think to myself she was way prettier before all the work. I feel like sometimes the insecurity gets the best of them and they get one thing done and then it's another and another and it's like I want to tell them you're gorgeous. Before a little bit I understand, but like this doesn't even look. Sometimes I look at pictures, I'm like that doesn't even look like you.
I know.
You're unrecognizable.
Yeah.
And I've seen some celebrities too. I'm like, that's not who she was.
Or they all start looking the same too. I don't know if you've noticed.
Same doctor, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same.
Or they get all their lips done the same. They get all the Botox. It's like, especially I see it a lot in Miami. It's a very specific look that like almost every girl
but
has
then
the
they
same
all start
look.
to look the same.
It's
there's
really
no
weird.
like variety.
Yeah.
There's no diversity.
It's pretty crazy.
And I don't know if like do guys like that? I don't know.
Maybe
it depends on the some guy.
For
some
sure.
Guys.
Yeah. I have asked at least about the tits. I ask this one often because I'm curious. I'm like, do you prefer, a girl with real or fake tits?
Right.
Always real. I've never had. I mean, I don't know if they say that just because my tits are real.
Even if she's on the flatter side.
I have never had anybody say I prefer a boob job ever. That's just the feedback I've gotten. Maybe I'll do a reel and we'll find out for sure because there's no filter. But from everything I've heard, I've never heard a guy say boob job.
And if a guy did say, "Oh yeah, my girlfriend has to have fake boobs," that's a red flag.
I mean, that's probably not a good thing.
That's a red flag.
Yeah. I don't know, but to each their own. One of my girlfriends, she got her boobs done and she was so happy.
Some people are a lot happier with them.
Yeah.
Does she get them like natural looking, or does she go like way overboard?
They're like relatively naturally looking. I would say more on the natural side.
Okay.
They're a good size, but that was the only thing she got done too, because she's stunning. Like if she had started getting everything done, I would have been bummed because she's beautiful.
Of course, but that was the one thing
that was the only. Yeah, it was like it was just her own security, and she's in Little Miss Nasty, so it's like
she probably feels like she fills out stuff better, right?
Yeah,
she fills out clothes better. Her costumes probably fit
especially
better
with the pasty.
Yeah. So I understand that.
It's and I support. Like I think if you need to do something that makes you feel good about yourself, I think it's when you start completely changing yourself. Like I even like something I've really gotten into is color contacts. I love color contacts.
They're beautiful.
It's just an extra pop, you know. But I make it a point to like not wear them all the time.
Oh yeah,
I still love my eyes. You know?
Of course.
Of course. But on stage, like I love the look of like just that. It just makes your eyes a little bit more piercing.
They do. They do.
Yeah. So it adds to the character too.
Of course. Of course. I also know a couple of girls who got breast reductions.
I've heard of that.
Because they felt like they were just in the way. Upper back issues.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I know, like, I'm so thankful for what I have. Because especially with the acrobatics.
You can be agile and not have to worry about anything.
I couldn't imagine.
Moving, getting in the way and stuff like that.
Or just like the extra weight, like trying to do backflips.
It's a lot.
Let's go,
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I mean, I can imagine there are probably little girls who got really big and probably wanted to be a gymnast or wanted to be a professional ballerina, but they couldn't because they just had too much up here.
Yeah, I remember I did gymnastics as a kid, And, you know, we always had some girls who were
Mhm.
taller,
Yeah.
bigger,
Yeah.
thicker, and it was harder for them.
Of
You know, it's a
course.
lot more weight you got to throw into the air.
Absolutely.
So, and like
Absolutely.
Matt, honestly, I have so much respect for like aerialist women who do have more weight on them
I
because
see them too.
you
And
got to
some of
be
them,
strong.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Silks.
know,
I've seen some curvier girls. It's
yeah,
amazing.
it's I honestly give them more props than like me and my friends who are like a tiny build
Because
because
it's harder for them.
yeah, you
The
really
climbing and
that's a
the
lot of
inverting.
weight you're lifting. So, you
I
know,
would think they might have to even train
I
more.
I kind of feel like it.
To like they have to
Yeah.
train harder and
Yeah.
longer in order to be able to do the same tricks
Right?
that their petite friends
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, it's because I do feel like I know when I do stuff, I do feel very light, you
Yeah,
know.
agile and
Um, but also like I'm a pretty tiny girl, so it's
mhm.
like I couldn't imagine. So I really respect them, you know.
Yeah,
So even I went
yeah.
to a gymnastics class with one of my friends,
Hmm.
and the coach was 64, and he does however old he does that number of backflips every single year. So this last year he did 64
Does he
backflips.
look amazing? Is he
Yeah.
like ripped still and like
I mean, he had a jacket on, so I don't know.
yeah, but you know what?
But
That's
he's,
so inspiring.
yeah, definitely. I was like, this whole idea we have
Yeah.
of these limits of like, because I remember when I grew up with, which I'm sure you heard, you can't be a professional dancer past 30. I'm sure for like ballet and like gymnastics, you have those restrictions,
So many restrictions on us.
right? And it's
So
like,
many.
maybe you can't compete at certain ages, and who would really want to? But it doesn't mean you can't do things, you know? Like, I'm sorry, if a 64-year-old can do 64 backflips, look, the human body is capable of a lot more than we give it credit for.
So that made me think. So I turned
Hmm.
50 in June.
Shut
Yeah,
up!
I turned
You're
50 in
50?
June. Yes. No, but get
Get
this. No,
out!
but get this. I did a show, I think it was in December,
Uh-huh.
from the Spent Youth. One
Okay.
of her shows at Elsid, and the host, I love Ginger so much. I told her, I said, Ginger, I want you to say in my intro that I had my burlesque debut here at the Elsid 23 years ago.
Oh
And
my
she looked at me, she's like, do you want the crowd to know that you're that? I was like, damn right I do.
I'm
Damn right I do. But it's funny
hell
because when
yeah.
she announced that,
Uh-huh.
the whole audience was like, oh my God. Like they couldn't believe that you could still do burlesque at 50.
Right?
Like they couldn't. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not going to say the other burlesque dancers that are my age and older, but God bless you. But I know there's a couple others.
Yeah, no,
And it's
absolutely.
like, but the way the audience, like, they were just like, there's no way. Like, oh my God. You can do
Wow.
whatever you want until whatever
Absolutely.
age you want.
Yeah,
That 64-year-old gymnastics coach, he can go on until he's 94. But
literally.
everyone puts
Yeah.
limitations
Nope.
on us, especially with age
Yeah.
and especially in the arts
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
anything athletic, I've noticed.
Yes. Yeah.
Anything athletic.
Well, and it's crazy because I think we have this idea that the older we get, the more likely we'll get injured. But I feel like it's actually when you stop and your body, like, you know, it's used to all this
Yeah, yeah,
activity,
yeah.
and then you stop training it, you stop conditioning it, and
Right.
now, like, you're getting
Yeah.
weaker.
And I see that thought process also.
Hmm.
But I wonder if people just also assume like the older we get, we just sit in a wheelchair and die.
Yeah.
They don't expect us to still want to be athletic, artistic.
Right?
They don't expect us to still want to experience beauty and
Yeah.
experience new things. They just expect us to be in like an old person's
Like,
home,
oh,
like,
well, that's it.
yeah, like with a cane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, and especially women have more, expectations put on us as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But God bless that 64-year-old because dang,
Right?
he can keep going. We can all keep going.
Yeah. There's no reason, like, until you are like in pain doing it. If you're not, keep doing it. There's no reason to
You
stop.
can, yeah. But people's thought process is like, wow, they're getting old. Their
So
life is
crazy.
done.
Right? It's
Your life is
wild.
over.
Well, and you know, it's wild too. It's so crazy. I've noticed that like
Oh,
a
that's
lot
so
of
funny.
the women that inspired me when I
Yeah,
started, I'm
yeah,
still performing alongside of
yeah,
them,
yeah.
and they've kind of just stopped aging in my head. You know, like anytime one of them does tell me their age, I'm like, Oh shit! Like I didn't
Crazy,
realize.
right?
Yeah,
Crazy.
but they look the same. They
Yeah,
act the
it's
same. They do the same tricks. They're
crazy.
still training new things.
It's
And it's
crazy.
like, well, and because like you too, I never would have guessed your age.
You're really sweet.
It really does slow. It's true though. I'm not even being nice. Like,
So there's a pole dancer. You probably know her. I've never met her in
I
person.
think I know who you're gonna.
Never met her in person.
Okay.
I think her name is Mary
Okay.
Glitter or something.
Oh, maybe
Um,
I don't. A sparkle.
I think so,
Okay.
but she's like in her 60s
Yes,
or
I think we follow each
and I
other.
saw her like on like a talk
Uh
show. She
huh.
like had her
Uh
pole
huh.
and I was like that's it's awesome that people are applauding her, but then I think to myself it's because they don't expect people her age
Right.
to be doing what she's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love her. She's so inspiring.
Yeah.
And I also like, I hope people, other women her age,
Yeah.
see this. Because I also
Definitely.
meet women older than us who are like, "Oh, my life is over." Like, I meet
And like
that a lot
who
too.
says,
They're bringing it on themselves.
Yeah,
Or
you're
you know what I
choosing
hear
it.
a lot? I'm too old for that. Or like, I'm like, no, you're not.
Mm,
Like, I'm too old to get into that. I'm like, dude, who taught this to you?
yeah.
Who
Yeah.
told you this?
Yeah.
It's everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone told
Everyone
them
says it.
this.
The only thing that I feel too old for now is 21-year-old men. That's it, you know? Past that, everything else.
And there are, at least for me, there are certain things
Uh-huh.
body wise that I can't do the way I used to do. Like I
That's fair.
notice that I can't recover as
That's fair.
quickly.
Yeah, that's very fair.
I can't get warm
That
the
yeah, that's
way
a big one.
I have to stretch more.
Yeah, I feel that too.
But do you remember being 20 or
Just
17
pop
and
into
just
the
going right
splits.
into it
Yep.
and it wasn't a problem?
Yeah, yeah.
And like now, even like a cold room will affect my ability
Big
to like
time.
stretch.
Yeah.
Whereas like before, it could be like a freezing room and you just go into the split to go into a layout, you're fine.
Yeah.
Now, like certain things like that, I've noticed.
Totally. Yeah.
I understand certain things with age, but
For sure.
you keep working out, you keep doing what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Definitely.
But it does make me sad when I hear girls say that. I'm too old for that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a mental thing. Toledo actually told me, and I'll never forget
He's
this.
inspiring too.
He's awesome.
We won't say his age.
Yeah,
but
he refused to tell me his age. I still don't know. Somebody knows though. He was supposed to come on here last week and he bailed on me, and I was like, Toledo. But he told me though, he was like, the minute you stop doing what you love is the moment you die. And he
look at him.
Yeah,
Look at him.
he's still. I know
He's
when
still
I was
going.
doing his show, it was
still going.
like around the 20-year anniversary. So, must be something like 25 years now. Every Sunday. The only reason he stopped was because of the quarantine.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
paused, I should say.
Yeah. And now he's back doing it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's another one.
Yeah.
Very inspiring.
Yeah, you gotta just keep
You
doing
know,
what you love.
why stop?
Yeah, definitely. There's no reason to.
I also, times when we are lucky enough to work with a live band, when I see
Yeah.
musicians who are older, I give
Yeah.
them so much props. Dude.
Yeah.
Because that can't be easy, being in your 60s and 70s, and here's a young 21-year-old fresh out of Berkeley School of Music. Like that's not easy.
Yeah.
And you're sitting right next to him like that. Like
Yeah.
that's not. But you see that in music sometimes,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
true too.
I'm just like, dude, you just gotta keep going.
You just gotta keep going.
You
Just
gotta
keep
keep
doing what you
going.
love.
Absolutely.
That's the only way. So I'm curious to hear how you got started,
Oh, okay.
especially coming from like, are both your parents Asian?
They are.
Okay.
They are. So I actually started in high school. I was a commercial actress.
Oh, okay.
In high school.
Wow.
So I got my SAG card in high school. I had my first agent in high
Wow.
school. I was driving myself to auditions. So I did pretty good in the commercial world in the 90s.
Okay.
As I got older, I kind of stopped acting, but I always danced. I started doing theme parks. I was like a magician's assistant. This is all throughout like the 90s, 2000s.
Cute.
I fell into burlesque probably around 2001, 2002.
Okay.
I went to an audition at the El Cid and I booked it. I had my first solo there.
Oh my
And it
gosh.
just kind of like, I kind of like stayed with it, kind of
Okay.
evolved into burlesque.
Wow.
Kind of left the jazz dancer and the ballet dancer still in my pocket. But after I started burlesque, I kind of like fell in love and I just loved that there was a little bit more body inclusion. I love that there was just a little bit more acceptance.
Yeah.
I kind of fell in love with it. And I like never looked back. And, you know, people told me, oh, you'll probably stop after you get married. You'll probably stop after you have a child. Nope. That never happened.
I love that.
I never and I'll admit, when I was 35, I'm 49 now, I thought to myself, okay, well, maybe this is it. I'll give it another year. And then every year was like, I'll do it for another year. And then 30, I'll do it for another year. And it just, it just kept on going. Wow. So at 40, here I am at 49. I would say probably around 47, I stopped saying that. I'll give it another year. I'll give it another year. And now I've decided I'm just going to do it until something tells me you are ready to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I know, like, when I came around 30, I think around 28, I was like, oh, well, I need to like start settling down. I need to prepare to like leave this
Yes,
career.
isn't that so funny how we tell ourselves that?
Yeah. And then one day you wake up and you're like,
why?
Why?
Yeah, if you love it, why?
Yeah.
If you love it, why?
And it's so crazy.
And like, I think I've accepted that when it does happen, it will happen naturally.
Yeah.
I don't need to put an age on it because that's what I was doing to myself.
Yeah, totally. Same.
I put like a cap on it. At first it was 40. And then it was 45. And then I'm like, just throw that away.
Yeah.
Just,
it's so
just throw it away. And then I thought to myself, well, my son is 3. When he gets old enough to see what I'm doing, like, I don't want him to know. And now I'm like, I show him pictures. I show him videos. And he's like, oh, that's nice. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He could care less.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm watching a video game. I'm like, look at this, look at this. And he's like, Mom. Like, it's, and so now I'm like, don't put a cap on it. Yeah. Just when you're ready. And I have a feeling that for me, when I'm ready, it will slowly happen.
Yeah, definitely.
But I always see myself in this industry.
Yeah.
Doing what? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it will.
It just naturally evolves.
It'll naturally evolve. And I've accepted that I'm just not going to put a label on it or a cap on it. I'm just going to let it happen.
Definitely.
And people started to ask me, oh, are you going to stop now that you're pregnant? Are you going to stop now that you're married? People expected me to just kind of like stop.
That's so crazy.
Or, oh, are you going to stop now? Like your fiance probably isn't into this. Or like, I'm like,
my
no.
Gosh. Crazy. That's wild.
And I'm even starting to get it a little bit now at 49.
Just because of your age?
Because I'm approaching 50.
How wild.
No.
You know, just limits that people are putting on you for no reason.
But I think my Asian family has accepted it now. Okay. Just it is what it is.
So were they non-supportive at the beginning?
Not supportive at all. No.
That sounds right.
They thought it would just be a hobby.
Okay.
Like when I was acting in high school, they said, okay, this is good for like college admissions.
Okay.
And like they see that you're like well-rounded.
Yeah.
This is good for speaking.
Yeah.
Good for public speaking. I think they thought that it would just be a hobby.
Okay.
All the ballet classes, all the dance classes. And then as I enter like my mid-20s, I think that's when they just kind of accepted, like, damn, she's not going to stop. This isn't a hobby.
Yeah.
She's gonna have a life of, and believe me, up until the age of 35, they're like, you're broke. You have to stop doing this. It's embarrassing. I was also bartending.
Okay.
I had a lot of odd jobs.
Right.
It's embarrassing that you're an office temp, a bartender, a substitute teacher, to pick something. Like they lied to their friends what I did for work. There's a lot of shame in Asian culture.
Absolutely.
A lot of shame.
Yeah.
And I remember them sitting me down. They're like, it's really embarrassing that you are a bartender and a waitress. It is very embarrassing. We don't want to tell our friends. And you know what? I've accepted that they're just going to lie. It wasn't until I got married and got pregnant that they're just like, okay, well, she's married now. At least she has a husband. At least she's pregnant. At least she's somewhat on the path. But up until the age of, because I got married later, I had a child later, all throughout my 20s and most of my 30s until I got pregnant, they were like, you're embarrassing. You're a disgrace. This is shameful. They would send me uh, uh, newspaper articles of like these genius kids who
Oh
like became millionaires
God.
at 28. Um, they would send me emails from their friends. So and so kid is a doctor. So and
Oh
so's
my
kid has her
gosh.
PhD. Your cousin, da da da, at 25, graduated with a PhD, went to MIT, comparing me to all of my
Ugh.
cousins. And I come from like a very traditional Asian family. All of my cousins, they all have graduate degrees. Same
Mm,
with my brother. Everyone graduated high school with a
of
4.5,
course, yeah.
nearly perfect on the SATs.
Mm,
So just having that constantly thrown
yeah.
in my face, it's really hurtful.
Yeah.
So like I said earlier, I've just accepted they're not going to get
Yeah. Yeah. You
it.
just
And I
have
get my
to
support
live
from
your
my
life.
friends. I get my
Yes.
support from the community.
Yeah.
I get my support from, my son, my husband, other people who
Mhm.
do understand.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but there are some cultures that just won't come around.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely understand.
You know? And
Yeah.
it's not just the Asian culture. Like I've
Yeah,
seen it,
no, it's
I
very
have
common.
some friends from the Caribbean, Trinidad, Nigerian. Like
Wow.
I almost feel like it's very American to be like, you go for your dreams, girl.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
reach for the stars, girl.
definitely.
I feel like it's a very like
It
American
is.
thing. And I feel
Yeah.
like other countries are kind of like, are you nuts?
Yeah, it's not the same. And it's so crazy too because like I feel like this idea of the traditional path to like get this high paying job, get married, all these things is like I guess supposed to lead to happiness, but I couldn't like I would
I don't know
never
if it
be
always does.
happy.
Me neither.
Like I'm way more happy with the flexibility to work several odd jobs and to kind of do whatever I want.
And that life isn't for
It's
everybody.
not. It's not. That's true. You have to
Like
be a certain kind of
I
person.
remember my parents just saying, like pleading with me, can you just get a job with health insurance? Can you just work in an office? Like I remember them yelling, like, can you
Wow.
work in an office
Yeah,
with benefits? And how like they were like,
I'm sure.
it's embarrassing you don't have health insurance.
That's
And I'm
so
like,
wild.
but as a parent now, like
Yeah.
I think it's more worry.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, you know.
It's worry, like if something were to happen to
Yeah.
her, she's not going to be taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is a scary thing.
And I kind of see that now,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially being a girl driving from
For
like job to
sure.
job, getting home after midnight,
Yeah.
parking at venues
Yeah.
where you got to admit some of these places are sketchy.
Absolutely.
Some of these places are really sketchy.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're carrying all this stuff. Like if
Um,
someone were to come after you, you can't run. You're like, can't
right.
like I
Yeah, it is.
understand. Like our life is not for the
It's not
faint
for
of
the weak.
heart. It's not for
Yeah.
the faint of
Not at
heart.
all. Like I've been doing fight training and that
Which is
has
so
been
great for women. I think
I
every woman should do it.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
so good
And
for
my
women.
gym offers a free class for women
Yeah.
weekly.
Self-defense,
Yeah.
right?
Not even like full on fight
Right,
training. Like I mean they'll teach you self-defense techniques,
right.
but you still learn how to actually fight too.
God bless them for
It's
doing this.
yeah, the fact that it's for free, I'm like that's fantastic.
It is, I
It's
feel like
so
it should be
needed.
offered everywhere.
It needs to be because like now like these streets are crazy, but I'm not scared walking down
Of
them
course
because I'm
not.
like, look,
I almost feel like it should be available in high school for
it
like all high
needs to
school
be.
girls.
It
Like
needs
incoming
to be.
freshmen, you have like a
Yeah,
free self because that's the age when we like start to
yeah,
develop and we start getting more independence driving. I
definitely.
feel like all high school
It
girls
should be essential. Like,
should be but like part of PE.
yeah,
I feel
it
like.
really needs to be. Like, it's there's so many things they need to teach in the public system that they
Yeah.
don't.
And the fact that you have this background, it just makes you walk like a badass.
Yeah,
No one's going to mess with you because
no,
they know she's trained. And the
exactly.
girls who don't have that
Yeah,
training like walk
they're
differently.
very clear
They
targets.
that's the ones who are
Yeah,
targeted. And it doesn't matter that
exactly.
you're petite.
Yeah, no,
Like they see,
yeah,
oh, like fuck, look at those arms. Number one.
yeah,
Number two, look at those arms. Number one. Number two, she walks like
yeah,
she is trained.
yeah. I had one of my guy friends ask me because I don't have a car right now and I just
Mm-hmm.
walk everywhere and save so much money, honestly.
Of course.
But I had a guy ask me like, well, what do you do? Like if someone is watching you or following you, I'm like, look, this is what I've learned.
Yeah.
There's three types of homeless people.
Yeah.
You have the types of homeless who just want to be left alone. They're scared themselves. They're not going to bother you. They're
Yeah.
hoping you don't bother them.
Yeah.
you have the crazy ones.
Yeah, who are like a little psychotic.
They're in another level.
Yeah.
Avoid eye contact with those ones. Just walk to the other side of the road. Avoid them. And as long as you don't lock eyes with them and they don't notice you, you're good.
They're fine.
The third ones are more the criminal type, where they're looking to do something.
They're looking to rob
steal,
you. They're looking
whatever. Those ones, though, if you think like a criminal, they'll see that. And
they'll leave you alone.
So I have this method. Like the other day, I had locked eyes with him, and then I noticed he started following me. So I have this method that I tripped on my words. Method that I do. I start walking. I notice that they follow me. So I kind of like look back so they know I've acknowledged them. They still follow me. I put my hand in my pocket.
Good.
And I have a couple of like different weapons on me. Yeah. But they're already like, they're not noticeable. Yeah. So like I put my hand in my pocket so they don't know what I have on me. Yeah. And then if they're still following me, I turn and I look them straight in the eyes. Yes. And that's the minute they turn around. And they're like, oh shit, like, I don't know what in their mind, she has something in her pocket. Yeah, because I do.
What do you think of the method? I have one girlfriend who starts to act crazy.
I've being followed.
Like she starts like talking to herself. Yeah. Then she starts like yelling, and then she'll like dance, and then she'll walk, and then she'll dance, and she'll walk. And she told me that works. Yeah, I think that one's effective too. I don't think I'm crazy enough to pull it off. She is an actress. She's an actress.
You gotta commit fully.
She does. She does like monologues and like, and then but then she says they leave her alone.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good one. I think my only slight concern with that one is if there is another like out of his mind crazy person nearby.
They try to join you because they think, okay, that's true.
The one. It's like I don't really want to draw more attention to myself, But look, I think it works and it's still effective.
Oh my gosh!
But
I knew a girl in New York. She had a nun costume. And she said that when she wore it on the subway in New York, everyone left her alone.
Oh my God, amazing. Just throw it over and then
that's what she would do. She walked to the bathroom, she started and like, but with it on, everyone left her alone on the subway.
Oh my God.
I think because people are like, don't mess with her, I'm gonna go to hell. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna mess with her. But she said people wouldn't even look at her. Wow. They would get out of her way. And I'm like, that's great.
That is great. Yeah. This is what I love about Hollywood.
Great idea. You could do that.
I mean, yeah, easily. I love that. Like, I didn't know this until like I was in Australia for a while. It's not like this everywhere, Like it's not this crazy, but I kind of love it. Like that's why I like living here because to me it's so entertaining and it is like what
it's a great place for artistic people.
It is. I've learned all the movies you see come from real life things. Now I can't watch a movie without being like, oh, I know people who live like that. Oh, I've seen that.
They wrote the movie that you're watching. They wrote it.
Yeah, and it's all based on real life experiences.
Is. That's why we also attract a lot of like crazy people here. They all come here because we're not comfortable anyplace else.
Exactly. It's so
any place else we wouldn't feel comfortable.
That's why this podcast has shocked me because when we're talking, I'm like, this is common knowledge, And then I remember like, oh, the rest of the world is not like this. I always forget.
They wouldn't be able to handle it.
No, and it is pretty insane. Like, you do have to be a certain type of person to not only like living like this, but to thrive. Yeah.
You know where else I saw a lot of crazy people and crazy things is Vegas.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot. It's the strip there is very much like the strip here. Yeah, like I mean like the same people.
For sure. Yeah.
But I feel like artistic people kind of thrive.
Yeah.
In areas
because like where do you can't really get inspiration from an office. That's the same thing.
No,
every day,
no.
You know exactly what to expect. Like I never know what to expect. Every morning I wake up.
Right. And like you have these different gigs and these different jobs and you meet all these different people.
Yeah.
And like you hear them talking backstage. You're like, oh my God, she'd be great on my podcast. Yeah. You're like, oh my God, like
seriously.
What other job can you do where you're exposed to such interesting people from all walks of life?
Yeah, it's so fascinating.
Where else does that happen?
Yeah. And it's just sometimes people ask me about certain decisions I make in my life, and I've kind of come to realize like I'm not looking to live go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, and die. I'm looking to experience life. Like, if I look at each section of my life, it really is like a movie, and they're completely different. Like, one's like a
eras.
missionary
They're
in
different
Africa.
eras. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
different
like all
chapters.
this different stuff. And to me, I'm so happy I've gotten to experience this.
Yes,
because
it's a blessing.
It's
Not everybody
really
does.
Incredible.
There are some people who live and die in the same small town
it's
that they're from. They don't leave. They marry their high school sweetheart. No offense to people that have.
Look,
no offense to people that have had this life. That's a blessing too.
It is.
To be able to have that stability.
Yeah. I mean, like, I do wish, like, I married well, we weren't really high school sweethearts, but we met in high school. Wow. And it would have been
crazy.
Yeah, girl, history class.
That is so how old were you when you got married?
21. Yeah, we had it. I mean, that's a whole movie in itself.
You were a baby.
I was. So
you're not even stepping into womanhood at 21.
No, we were children when we got married. At 21. But we were out of our minds crazy, both of us. Like, I was homeless at the time, and he was fresh out of prison. So
a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
A match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. It was.
Girl, you need to write a book.
Oh, I'm working on it. I have my manuscript on the
or
table.
Like, is it going to be a screenplay?
I think it's going to be a book, like an actual novel. I did have somebody make like a sizzle reel on my life, but then we just haven't had a right place to pitch it.
Girl.
It's really
So
interesting.
good.
Yeah, and that's a part of the reason.
Yeah.
Part of the reason I have the podcast is I was like, one day I'm going to tell my story, and they're going to understand. Because my hometown, like I told you, they were so.
You're from Northern California, right?
Southern.
Where?
Riverside.
I did not know you were from the IE.
I don't tell people that.
I didn't know you were from the IE.
I tried to hide it with everything in me. I'm like, oh, I'm a model, but like I'm from Riverside.
For some reason, I thought you're from Northern California.
No.
You're from the IE.
Yeah.
Girl, Riverside is.
It's no joke.
But it is affordable. I know a lot of people living here, leaving here to go to Riverside.
Yeah,
I've met several people because they tell me they can afford a house in Riverside. They can't afford a house here.
There's no way. You can't even be a millionaire and afford a house out here. If you're a millionaire, all your money is going to buy your $1 million house. That's a tiny shack.
People have told me they moved to Riverside because they can have a life.
Out there.
They can have a life.
You want a kid.
They can have stability, and they're not us like it's a hustle here, like a struggle.
It's not.
But they tell me that's why they moved.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I tell people this: you have two kinds of people. Right. You're either being raised very religious, or you're cooking meth. You're in one of the two categories.
Oh, I see.
And it's very, like, people are very non-inspirational there. Very, like...
Is your father first generation?
Yes.
Chinese? Okay, so how did he meet your mom?
So my mom was a missionary in China. And she was teaching adults English. And one of her students was my dad's best friend. Okay. And
wow.
So, yeah.
And so it was okay with his family that he married her. And it was okay with her family that she married him.
My dad's side of the family loved my mom. Obsessed with her.
Right.
My mom's side.
It was hard for
them,
it
was like kind of half and half, I guess.
Right.
But according to my mom, they thought she was going to be the nun of the family. So they thought, like, my mom hadn't had a boyfriend, hadn't had sex, nothing.
Yeah. Very conservative.
Yeah. But also my mom is just, she's kind of a good girl, she's just kind of she's this little wandering missionary, travels the world,
and
done
she came back with an Asian husband.
She came back with a Chinese man.
Does he have an accent?
Yeah, heavy accent. Yeah. Like, it's
my dad. Yeah, my parents do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's such a crazy story.
Yeah.
I almost feel like the book needs to start there, like in China.
Truly, like
with
that's where
your mom. Like, I feel like it needs to start there. Yeah, that says a lot about your roots.
It's exactly. Well, and that's why, like, the reason why I am the way I am is because it was so tumultuous having these two very different cultures. Because also, my mom obviously is very Christian. Yes. My dad hated Christians when I was in 6th grade. So it was, as a kid, it was a huge psychological thing of like,
it's a big war going on in your head
all the
It's a
time.
huge war.
All
Yeah,
the time. And it's like
absolutely.
I'm constantly being told to do the right thing, and the
Yeah.
right thing is two different
Yeah.
extremes. So no
Yeah.
matter what I'm doing, I'm upsetting
Of
somebody,
course.
but I'm still being like I didn't do sex, I didn't do
Yeah.
drugs, I
Yeah.
didn't drink
Yeah.
alcohol, straight A valedictorian,
Yeah.
and to do all of that and always be yelled at, I hit a point where I was like,
Yeah.
well, fuck it. You know, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't do anything to
Nothing's
make
good
anyone happy.
enough.
Nothing's good enough.
Nothing's.
You know,
They'll find something to yell at you
yeah.
about.
And it was
Anything.
like, and it was, the stakes were always so high with my, it was like, you're going to hell.
Yeah. It's
you
so
know,
dramatic,
it's
right?
so dramatic.
You're a failure.
Yeah. And my
parents used to
dad's a
talk like that too.
conspiracy theorist,
Yeah,
so it'd be
yeah.
like, you know, things like the FBI,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Vatican are
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
to kill us,
yeah.
and I'd be like, oh
Yeah,
my god, like
yeah.
constant life or death. When in
yeah.
reality, there's no threat.
And how can it give? And it gives you anxiety.
Oh, I have had so much. I have
Anxiety.
PTSD.
Of
complex
course.
PTSD.
And you know what? That might stay with us forever.
Yeah.
And it's just something that we have to accept, something
Yeah.
that we have to manage.
The beauty
You
of
know?
it is, you know, I've done a lot of research on neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
Learned about a lot about rewiring my
Yeah.
brain. My thing right
Yeah.
now is when I wake up, I still have anxiety a lot.
Yes.
Naturally,
Absolutely.
you know.
I feel like it's kind of in our
Yeah.
DNA.
Yeah, it is.
Some of it is also transferred from like
generational. Yeah.
in vitro.
Oh, everyone in my family has
like your
anxiety.
dad's dad, your dad's and your dad.
It's
I
so
feel like
true.
it's kind of trickled down.
Yeah.
So we just gotta manage it.
Yeah.
You know?
When I've started listening, like as soon as I wake up, I turn on manifestation.
Yeah.
I turn on abundance.
I just started doing
changes
that. Yeah.
everything. Yeah. I've noticed ever since I've started doing that, my money's gone way up.
Good.
You know,
Good.
I've started to calm down a lot. I've had a lot less anxiety. But you know, me and my girlfriends always say, because I bring a lot of the aerialists on here too.
Yes.
And we always say, you know, because our job is hard. Like, you know, we all have like scars and bruises.
Every aerialist I meet has stuff on her body, and I know she's not being abused by her boyfriend. I know she's like, everyone asks me that. No, I know you're not. I know it's that hoop over there. It's that pole.
Exactly.
I know you're not. If anything, you're beating him up. It's not a man beating you up.
Exactly.
Aerialists are bad.
It's we
guys
risk
so
our lives
strong.
every day.
So fucking strong. Like those bruises, it's not from a man.
Yeah, right. And that's why when I get certain comments,
never from a man.
Never. It's our own. One of my friends, she's always like, the thing about, she does hair hanging, which I will not. You know, and I'm like, I don't know how.
So much respect for them too. What do you call that?
Hair hanging.
That's their word?
It's called, yeah.
That's what they're called. She's a hair hanger?
She's like an aerialist that does hair hanging. Like, that's her.
Those people, those women, my jaw is like,
it's insane.
How does she do it?
Well, I asked her, I was like,
how does it not fall out? Like
what makes it? And she was like, you know, the only way you're able to do this is if you hate yourself a little. And I was like, but then I thought about it and I'm like, well, I light myself on fire, you know, and it's like, yeah, and she would never light herself on fire, you know, but like, and people are like, well, does it hurt? Does it burn? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes. Whatever.
I asked one of my aerial friends once, I was like, do you like all the marks on you that you get from like pole? And like well, we do it to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, wait, we're the ones that show up for class.
We've chosen.
I know. She's like, no one's holding me at gunpoint.
Somebody hurt me.
Yeah.
Myself.
Right. Because I'm like that when I see aerialists, like they're marked. And she's like, by choice.
To be there.
She's like, this is by choice, girl.
You paid money to show up to class.
She's like showing me her inner thighs. I'm like, you weren't raped. She's like, oh fuck no, I wasn't raped. This is I did this to myself. I'm like,
yeah. That's why too, when I get like
aerialists. You guys are badass.
Some of the comments on here when they're like, oh well, your career is just this and this and this, and I'm like, actually, I don't think you understand what it is that I do.
Hardest career. Mentally, physically,
It's
financially.
insane. Yeah.
All of you office people, you wouldn't
have no idea.
You wouldn't be able to do it. Just like how we wouldn't be able to do what you do.
Yeah, it's true.
You wouldn't be able to do what we do.
No, absolutely not. Like, you know, we have one act where we're jumping down from like the top bar of the hoop to the bottom and flipping around it. And every time, you know, we go up and there's this big pause right before, and it's, you kind of just hold your breath and you swing and you're like,
I
all
hope this
right,
goes okay. I
hopefully
hope
I
this
catch,
is okay.
you know, it is like, you know, and there's always a part of you, no matter how much you do it, there's always a little part of you that's like, I hope I make it.
Yeah, but you still show up for work every day.
Yeah, but like I love it.
You
Like those are the
still,
days I go into work that I'm
exactly,
most excited.
exactly. You still show up.
When I do the acts where it's like there's not really a lot of risk, I'm just kind of like, whatever, I'm here. You know, I feel like I'm going into the office.
It takes a special person.
It does. Yeah, it's just like this lifestyle, you know.
It takes a very
it's not for
special
everyone.
person.
You really have to hate yourself
A little bit. Look at your dog sitting in the sun. Does she find the sun a lot?
She does. She always
finds
the
sun,
pockets,
and then she lays down over there.
This girl is such a queen.
Yeah.
She's still
No, I
everything I do
noticed
is
she
for this
probably
dog.
moves with like the
She
sun.
does. Yeah.
Like, oh, it's moving over. I'll move over there.
Like a little jaguar.
It's so funny.
I love it.
Look at her.
Like, she's just so at peace.
So funny. I wanted to ask you, is there
Yeah.
something you wanted me to touch on or you wanted us to touch on?
I always kind of like letting things flow.
Good.
Good. Yeah, I used to be like, okay, these are 3 things we'll hit. But then I noticed you get into this like, oh wait, did we hit the topics when we're already talking about something interesting?
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
you look just like you let it flow.
I let it flow.
And everyone you've had on, you haven't really had to pull at them, right? They're all really talkative.
They're all very
okay.
Because the way I cast is
you look at that, right? She's open, he's open.
Yeah.
And you probably pick up on energy backstage.
It's the energy
like
backstage.
That person's not open. That person I'm gonna have to pull at.
Yeah, yeah. And two, like I'll start talking to somebody and I'll listen to what we're saying and I'm like, this is it. That's how I chose you. Like we started talking and I was like, she's a good pick.
That's
you know?
so interesting.
Yeah.
Because casting's not easy.
No, it's not. And there's times
there's a lot of things you got to think about.
Yeah, when I do for a day, it's mentally draining. Because I'm always like, well, where's this conversation going? Where do I want to lead it?
Yes.
But some people are really like, I bring a couple girls back because there's certain people where it's like, I don't really have to do much. You know, I know the conversation's going to flow.
Yeah.
I know we're going to hit on important topics.
Yeah.
There's some where I've been like, oh my God, this was rough. But it's only.
You're like, how much more time do we?
Are we almost there? Like, but it's only because sometimes it's because, you know, I film a lot on Sunday mornings. Which I always have a show Saturday night.
Yeah. It's rough.
It can be rough.
It's rough.
Yeah. Sometimes though, I can just let the person talk. Yeah. Like I know. Do you know Jillian
Schmitz?
Yes.
I love her. I've never met her.
Have you not? You need
I've
to meet
never met her.
I love her.
But I've been such a fan of hers for so many years. I
love her so much. I brought her on and I felt so bad because the day I brought her on, I was exhausted. And I kind of just let her talk.
But it lit up. It lit up. Everything.
That one
lights up.
She went off. And that one has gotten so much hate.
What was she talking about?
She went deep into political. Like she talked about taxes. She talked about, you know, period.
But
she
that
talked about
causes people that causes most people to talk shit.
Oh yeah. It got a lot of
That's
shit.
what causes people to like get angry.
It's, you know,
tough shit.
But that's what I love about her because I don't know if you heard about this, but we're still like kind of on the verge of like, are we going to take them to court with La Boheme? Have you heard about this?
You know what?
I'm sure you
You know what's funny? I don't want to say who she is.
Fair.
I did one show with her. I was pregnant. I was secretly pregnant.
Okay.
And I've never been treated so poorly by a fellow cast member. I mean, she's probably not even going to remember this because she's probably like, and I remember telling some other people this. They're just like, she's like this. Just so many people. Just so unkind to me. So what I've heard, when I heard that she was in charge of La Boheme, and I heard from certain people that she wasn't.
Yeah.
And so when I found out who it was, I'm like, that makes complete sense because 12 years ago she was just so incredibly mean and hard, just like a mean girl. And when I told a couple of people this, they're just like, you haven't. That's nothing. She threw a chair at me during my solo.
Wait,
Yeah. And all of a sudden people started telling me crazy stories about her. Like, not only like, oh yeah, we were dancing together, we started dating the same guy, and like she like went off on like just the stories I heard about her. So when all this came out about La Boheme, and I was like, wait a minute, who's in charge? And then when I heard who, I was like,
wow. Damn.
So from what I have heard, there's several of performers who have not been paid.
25 plus. 25 dancers that we know of, not including
but also aerialists too, right?
Well, it's aerialists and dancers.
Aerialists and dancers, and also
but also the bands. That's not including between 25 of us.
The band
also? As well. Between 25 of us performer like dancers and aerialists, 15,000 is how much was owed to
you
us.
guys are taking them to court, right?
I think some of us are. Yeah.
So is it her or is it the restaurant? Both.
I mean, the thing about taking her to court is she has no money. So, so we're still it's still kind of a mess.
But I like that her name is getting out there, and that's priceless.
Yeah.
I like that at least that is getting out.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting. I was like really in the middle of all this because I was actually friends with her.
I have friends who are friends with her also.
Jillian was friends with her.
Yeah.
And that's how this came up.
Right.
Because,
but they know now that she's like a horrible person, right?
I mean, we all know. Yeah.
The couple of girls I know who were friends with her.
Yeah.
There was a falling out. And I remember telling them, is this girl really someone who you want to be friends with? Because if you're hearing about bad things that she did to other people, don't you think that eventually it's going to happen to you?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And then after the falling out happened, they're like, you're right, Jen.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, I'm not friends with her. Maybe there's a side of her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she's really caring and motherly, and I don't know that side.
Yeah.
but the fact that you were friends with her that's more hurtful.
It was
more hurtful.
And I met her kind of, I think I met her when a lot of things started catching up to her, and she realized she needed to change because she started getting, karma's a thing.
She started getting nicer, right?
She started getting nicer because she realized she had to. So I met her as she was getting nicer.
Okay.
And, the thing about me is I am such a...
You're an empath.
I'm an empath, and I'm an optimist for people.
As am I, yeah.
And I so desperately...
You want to give her a chance.
I want to see the best
of course,
in people.
Of course. And she did show that to you for a while.
And she did. And I saw
she did for a while,
growth. So I really wanted to believe in her. And I had a breaking moment when we were all meeting with, some of us performers, the restaurant, and her, when we all confronted it face to face. Yeah. Jillian was there, and she turned and looked her in the face and said, "This is grand larceny. This is theft."
It is. It is.
And I was still empathetic towards her, but then, it was called out how somebody was owed $3,000, and she was like, "There's nobody that's owed that." And the girl who was owed that was sitting at the table.
Yeah, of course.
And I was like, "What?"
Sounds a lot kind of like narcissism too.
I'm sure. It was really, and that was kind of the day that I had to text her, and I was like, "I'm sorry." Like,
she was taking the money,
and
not paying the performers. Yeah. So the restaurant put their faith in her, that she was taking care of everything and managing everyone. But in actuality, instead of her, probably she should have gotten a job herself.
Yeah,
she was relying on you guys to pay, kind of like a pimp. Do you know what I mean? Like a pimp for performers?
Yeah.
Or like the agent who like is only supposed to take 10%, but takes 100%.
Exactly.
Like that's messed up.
And what's crazy is that the restaurant kept her on to have her work for free to pay off her debt or whatever. And we were all like, why are they keeping her here?
There's part of it you don't know.
And what ended up coming out later was that the owner of the restaurant, or the manager of the restaurant, because they're a big chain, he got fired because of sexual assault or harassment. So, don't know the full story.
There's more to the story.
There's a lot more, you
don't know about. There's a lot of just unethical practices going on.
It's crazy.
But even though she has no money, she has no job, right? No job, no money. She can't live like this forever.
No. Yeah. Well, and I think there were some of us who were trying to help her,
She's not helpable. she needs to move back home and like
Yeah.
live with her parents.
Yeah.
She kind of needs to leave the city.
It's I don't know, so a lot of us are still trying to get our money back. Some of us are there's a plan in place for us to get paid. I was supposed to get paid on the 16th. Haven't received my payment yet. We're still talking about going to court.
It's tough because the restaurant is blaming her. They're putting it on her,
Yeah,
right?
well, and the thing is, we're not totally sure if they're blaming her. Like, we don't fully.
They're taking some accountability.
They're taking some. It's really weird. It's
So,
really, really
with
weird.
all of this going on, do they still have live entertainment?
Yes.
Yeah. Who the hell
I know
would do that? Do you think it's because they're unaware of what's going on? Or
no.
they just have hope that they'll get paid?
They know. So, I mean, the system's changed now. Now, if you work there, you get paid in cash.
Okay. So that's good.
So,
that's good.
now the restaurant, because the restaurant showed us their books. They're like, we have paid we haven't missed a single payment.
Okay.
So they know she took the money.
Yeah.
So now if you are working there, you're getting paid.
Okay.
A bunch of us,
okay.
Were let go. I'm one of them, which I was pretty salty about.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
So, and it's kind of like, for those who have stayed, we're kind of like, well, we got to eat, so it's
I understand that as well. We've all been struggling.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's mixed feelings.
Of course. Like on one point, it's like, that they got to eat, they got to pay their bills. But on the other token, it's kind of like, you don't realize what they did to us.
This is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do still have.
They do still
live
have.
entertainment.
Yeah. The person who is in charge now, I think she's the reason I was let go. I'm calling it out now. I think
because you stood up for what was right.
I stood up for what was right, and she doesn't know me personally, and I think I was actually brought in as her sub. And then I stayed there. I've been there for years. I was
Did
the
you
one
do
who brought in
aerials
all
there too?
I only did aerial there.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I was the one who brought in all the girls who are working there now as aerialists. So I was kind of annoyed that I was let go. But I think when she took over,
because you helped build it.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is. I have no idea who she is. No. I have no idea who that is. Okay. Maybe it's better that I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Well, and I was told too, it's just as well you don't want to work with her either. So I was like, whatever.
It's probably best this way, but but it's hurtful because you helped build.
Yeah, it was like I've been there a lot. I posted for them. They always repost my stuff.
Yeah,
And this is the annoying part is they're like, oh, it's based off of performance. No, and both me and my friend who also it was kind of she was the one heading this up, and I came up and backed her heavily. We were both let go, of course, and the two aerialists that didn't really say anything were the ones they kept.
Of course. It's very political.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can go to bed at night and you can know that you did the right thing.
It's true. Well, and I was kind of forced to make I was the one who had to call the strike.
Yeah.
Because they decided to go on strike my weekend, and I was like, but it was both of us. They had used all of our videos for all of their videos over and over.
Yeah.
And so it was.
Is there anything you can say about that?
About
them using your content?
I think I didn't mind because I loved the job, and my videos would get like 300,000 views on TikToks from there.
But now they don't use any of your content.
They don't. I'm still posting my stuff because that was my work.
Yeah, which is fine.
So and my TikTok got deleted, so I have to rebuild a new one. So it's like, well, I know what's gonna work. But they don't use which is good. They shouldn't. But that's why I think it's such bullshit that they're like, oh, it's based on performance.
It's not.
What are you talking about?
It's not.
You've reposted me.
It's all political.
Constantly.
It's all political.
Yeah.
But they can't say that.
Yeah. And
they can't say that.
She also told me, she's like, but if we need somebody, I'll come back and reach out to you. And I just didn't respond because I was like, I don't think I want to go back.
Well, that's also what they're trained to say.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Well, and even like, one of my friends, she stayed on. And she was like, well, she wants me to work 2 days there, but I can't do one of the days, but I can, tell them I have a perfect cover. And I was like, honestly, I don't even think I want to.
I don't think you would, you wouldn't like walking back in there. I don't think it's worth your mental health.
Yeah.
Even if you get paid in cash, I don't think you would feel.
And it's kind of degrading because like I brought her in to cover me. So it's a little degrading to be like, oh, I'm coming back in.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, it's just not.
You can go to bed knowing that you did the right thing.
Yeah, And I just have to say, I performed for the owner and his family and friends multiple times.
Oh yeah, they loved you. It's not performance, it's political, but they can't say that.
Yeah. So anyways, we'll be using this in the lawsuit.
It's okay. Onwards, and upwards. Do you have a lawyer?
And
you have a lawyer,
we've been talking. We have several people.
Okay,
a lot
good.
of people are really backing us on this.
Does the entertainment industry know what's going on? The community knows, right?
The community knows. It's been a big thing. Because the thing about it, it's not that this is such a big thing, it's that this happens a lot. This is just the first time we've band together and spoken up.
Because they're used to artists just kind of walking away.
Yeah, because they keep us separate, There's no union for us.
Silent.
Yeah. And so it's a really important time for us. It's really powerful. Because, we are risking our lives,
But they don't value that.
They don't value that. But also, without us, it would affect their business.
100%.
So,
the ambiance, the allure, 100%.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. So it's an important time, but as a note of positivity, the day that I got let go from them after all that headache and the emotional, I got hired that night by the Secret Santa show.
I love it.
And
I love it.
I got to, I came in as a cover unexpectedly.
I love it.
And then they brought me on for their kids show, and I was working there.
Yeah.
I did so many shows with them.
It's funny how this happens, right? Isn't it funny? It's
kind
of like it was meant to be.
It
was just kind of meant to be.
Yeah. And that was a hard show. It was hard work. It was less pay. But
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's not about that.
Yeah. And I was doing 7 aerial gigs a day. But the beautiful thing about that job, and the reason why I loved it so much and it felt so lovely, was that the management respected and appreciated us so much. And it made you want, we worked so hard for that show, but you wanted to.
You wanted to. You were treated well.
Yeah. And people, they'd be like, if you can't, if you don't feel it, if you feel unsafe, don't do it. But if you
felt valued.
Yeah, do you need anything? We're here for you. How are you doing? And everyone's exhausted, but that I was just like, wow, that was such a blessing that very same day. And it's just a reminder to me, anything bad in your life, anything toxic.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Something better is right
That's
around
such
the corner.
a great story. I hope you put that in your book.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
I really hope you put that right about that really day. Important.
Yeah.
And the transitions of the day. I really hope that you put that in.
Yeah. It was an incredible day.
Highs and lows.
Truly.
Lows and highs.
Yeah. I was really devastated that day.
Yeah, but then look what happened.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, I had brought all my friends because I was going to go watch my friend perform. And then right as I get to the restaurant, I get the call and they're like, actually, do you want to be in the show? And I ended up, girl, the act I did, it was a burlesque act in a martini glass with a little person. A lesbian.
I love that, but I love that. I love that.
Phenomenal.
I flippin' love that.
Yeah. I'm going to ask them to come on the podcast.
Good.
Actually. Yeah.
It's moments like that where you're not even thinking about the pay.
Yeah. No.
You're not. You're like, what?
And you're just like, this is.
You're kind of like, this is so fun.
Yeah.
This is something you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's a memory that no one can ever take away from you.
Yeah. Experience,
No one can take that away. And that's
way happier
that's priceless.
With experience. Yeah.
That is priceless.
It's amazing.
Anyway. That is incredible.
Yeah. Good things come. Good things come. Always. So.
They do.
But on that note,
yes,
yay! Perfect wrapping up.
Yay! This was so much fun. I cannot thank you enough.
I'm so happy you came on.
Not thank you enough. It was so much fun. Yay! What do you do if you don't like somebody?
I don't invite them on.
Or what we said earlier. There's sometimes when you're pulling and then So what happens? Do you just try to edit it to the point where I'll pick the good points?
I've never had that issue.
Okay, that's
and
good.
I've always made it a point that I don't want to, contrary to what people may think, I'm not here to spread this is the only way to think. I try to bring on opposing thoughts. And and sometimes people say something that I don't really agree with, or I say something that people don't agree with. But that's not the point. The point is, here's perspective. you know?
Right.
It's just to open your eyes, give you a worldview of like, oh,
Yeah.
people live differently, you know? People live in a different
Everywhere,
way.
yeah.
And whether you agree with it or not, maybe something will help you if you open your mind to a different way of thinking, you know? But, you know, I'm very selective about who I bring on.
Or
So
do you have people ask you to come on? Like, hey, can I do your show? And like, you don't want them to do it.
I
You're like,
have,
what do you say?
I just don't
What do you
respond.
say?
I just kind of let it go, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, sure, one day.
yeah, I'm a big like not responder if I don't feel like.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, and so
Because I can imagine you probably get that quite a bit. Like, hey, I would love to come on and talk about this, or
yeah, I expect it'll happen more as we get more traction.
or people try to use it as like free promotion.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I've only like sometimes my editor will even like bring up like, hey, maybe bring on this person, and I just don't because it's like I don't know them, you know.
Yeah.
I have to have a real conversation with you first and feel out your energy so that I know one, it's going to be easy for me. Two, you're coming into my home. You
It's
know,
a big deal.
it's a
This is
big
your
deal.
space.
Yeah, it's not a studio, so
Yeah.
it's like I have to make sure I feel comfortable with you here, and you know, and two, like I do like to bring on differing opinions, but
Yeah.
I am careful. I'm not at a point where I want to bring on crazy opinions where it's like if it's a little too out there, I'm like
People get very emotional about that kind of stuff too.
definitely.
Do you have anyone who's afraid of your dog?
No. So far everyone's been if they are, I put her upstairs.
Okay.
So far they've been okay.
She's huge.
She's huge.
You said she's 130?
Yeah. One of my photographers is scared shitless of her. So I always have to put her upstairs whenever I'm actually shooting with him today, and I'm like, all right.
So it's her size, huh? Her
she's
size.
big, yeah.
And strong. She's very muscular.
Yeah. She's a scary
I can
girl.
see people being very scared of her. I can see that. But she's a love bug.
It's fair. Yeah, with people, she loves people. I get it though. You know, if you're not a dog person, this would be terrifying.
Or if you're like a small dog person and you've never really been around big dogs, people get scared.
It can be scary, and I respect
people
that.
cross the street when I walk my dog sometimes.
Really?
And it's a doodle. But people, even people with small dogs are like, oh fuck. And they like my dog's like, what did I do? Like you didn't do anything, honey. It's them, it's not you.
Yeah.
I just want to say hi. It's not you.
I know.
It's
That's
there.
the thing. She's like most obsessed with my photographer because he won't say hi to her. She's like, why? Just say hi.
I know. She doesn't get it.
No.
She's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
Nothing. You didn't do anything.
I just love her.
She's so sweet.
Anyways, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye, guys. Love you.